Okay, we will solve a problem on heat exchanger. We'll solve a problem on heat exchanger. Okay, it is like this. There is a simple heat exchanger. A simple heat exchanger consisting of two concentric flow passages. Means there are two concentric, means it is a parallel flow heat exchanger. It is a parallel flow heat exchanger like this. There is one pipe, there is one more one pipe like this. Okay, there is an outer pipe like this. The center of these two pipes are same, therefore it is called as concentric pipes. Okay, heating oil, it is used to heat the oil, means hot temperature. This is the cold fluid temperature. Oil has to be heated from 29 degrees Celsius to 49 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Celsius to 49 degrees Celsius. Okay, I will write there is one fluid which is flowing like this. There is one more fluid which is flowing like this. Okay, we have to analyze both parallel flow as well as counter flow, that we will discuss further. Okay, this let us consider the first arrangement, that is parallel flow heat exchanger. Okay, oil has to be heated. Oil is flowing in the inner pipe. Okay, oil is flowing in the inner pipe. It has to be heated from, they have given this data. I will write the given data, then it will be clear. Okay, there is oil has to be heated from 27 degrees Celsius to 49 degrees Celsius, means that will be the cold fluid. Okay, TCI, this is TC0, this is a cold fluid which has to be heated from 29 degrees Celsius to 49 degrees Celsius, 27 to 49 degrees Celsius. Okay, the oil flow rates, means I will write here oil flow is mass flow rate of cold fluid, MC. Mass flow rate of cold fluid is 1110 kg per hour, and cold fluid inlet temperature is TCI, that is oil inlet temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. TC0 is 49 degrees Celsius, 49 degrees Celsius. Okay, through a copper pipe, this is oil is flowing inner here. There is a copper pipe. Its internal diameter, external diameter have been given. Its thermal conductivity K of the copper pipe is equal to 350 watt per meter Kelvin. Okay, inner diameter I will call it as Ri, or I will calculate the radius. Radius, if I calculate the radius, Ri will be, or Di only. If I write it Di, okay, in centimeter they have given Di is equal to 2.54 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. I will write it in meter. Okay, in the similar way, D0 is equal to 0.0286 meter. Okay, the surface heat transfer coefficient on the oil side, means on the inner side, the surface heat transfer coefficient T HI is equal to 635 watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, the oil is heated with water supplied at a rate of, that is mass flow rate of hot fluid. Mass flow rate of hot fluid is 390 kg per hour, and at an inlet temperature, means THI is equal to 93 degrees Celsius, 93 degrees Celsius. The water side heat transfer coefficient, means here inside there is oil, they have given oil side heat transfer coefficient, water side heat transfer coefficient, I will write it as H0. H0 is equal to, water side heat transfer coefficient is equal to 1270 watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, and the fouling factor also they have given on water side and oil side. Here there is water, here there is oil here inside. Okay, I will write water side as outside. Therefore, R F naught is equal to water side fouling factor is 0.0001, 0.001, okay, and its unit is meter square watt per Kelvin. Okay, RFI is equal to 0.0004. Okay, we have to calculate the length of the pipe. Okay, how the heat transfer takes place? Why they have given these is previously while deriving expression for the overall log mean temperature difference, we took overall heat transfer coefficient as infall. But overall heat transfer coefficient depends on certain thing. That is, on the inner surface area it is different, on the outer surface area it is different. Okay, overall heat transfer coefficient it will be different. Okay, what we will calculate is, initially we will calculate overall heat transfer coefficient first, because I will rub this one. We have to calculate length. To calculate length, we need area. Okay, we know one thing. Q is equal to UA into delta T LM. Okay, this delta T LM we can calculate. We will calculate U first. We will calculate AS afterwards. Once we know AS, we can calculate length. We can calculate length of the pipe. Okay, that we can calculate. Okay, first we will calculate U. Okay, I will rub this problem. We will take case 1 parallel flow heat exchanger, case 2 we will take it as counter flow heat exchanger. I will rub this one. Okay, what I will do, we will calculate first U. Okay, we will calculate U. For this type of heat exchanger, we will calculate heat transfer coefficient based on outer surface area. Heat transfer coefficient based on outer surface area we will calculate. Okay, therefore, to calculate U, that is overall, this Q is equal to UAS into delta TLM. Delta TLM we will calculate. It is simple. First we will calculate U, further second we will calculate delta TLM. After that we will calculate AS. Once we calculate AS, we can calculate length of the pipe. For parallel flow and counter flow heat exchanger. Okay. Now this U formula, U we will calculate. U can be calculated by based on outer surface as well as inner surface. Here for this problem and for a heat exchanger, you calculate U based on outer surface area. You calculate U here in this problem. Okay, U can be calculated based on outer surface area. It is given in the page number 157 of the data book. Page number 157 of the 7th edition of the data book. Okay, U1 divided by U0 is equal to 1 divided by U0 is equal to 1 divided by U0 is equal to 1 divided by H0 plus RF0 plus R0 divided by K, into ln of R0 divided by Ri plus R0 divided by Ri into RFI. These are the fouling factors. RFI and RF0 are the fouling factors, plus R0 divided by Ri into 1 divided by Hi. Okay, we know all values here. You know D0 and Di. You can calculate R0 and Ri. You have to substitute in this formula and you have to calculate U. Okay, U, if you substitute and if you calculate, you will get U value as 325 watt per meter square Kelvin. U you will get it as 325 watt per meter square Kelvin. Once you calculate U, then you can calculate delta TLM. Delta TLM is equal to what? Theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by ln of theta 1 by theta 2. Okay, for a parallel flow heat exchanger, theta 1 is equal to what? Theta 1 is equal to Thi minus Tci. Okay, theta 1 is equal to Thi minus, this is for the case 1, that is parallel flow heat exchanger. Case 1, parallel heat exchanger, parallel flow heat exchanger, parallel flow heat exchanger. This is for the first case, that is parallel flow heat exchanger. Okay, because for counter flow it will be different. Minus theta Tci, theta 2 is equal to Th naught minus Tc naught. But we don't know Tc naught. How to calculate Tc naught? Using the heat balance equation. Whatever heat transfer from the hot fluid is equal to heat transfer to the cold fluid. Therefore, Q is equal to mass of hot fluid into specific heat of hot fluid into Thi minus Th naught. It is equal to mass of cold fluid into specific heat of cold fluid Cpc into Tc naught minus Tci. Okay. Here if you balance this equation, okay, here in this equation mass of hot fluid, Cp of hot fluid is water, okay, that you know, 4.187. Okay, if you substitute here, you know Cpc, specific heat of oil, also will be given in the problem. Okay, it is given as 2.1 specific heat of oil. If you substitute everything, you will get cold fluid outlet temperature is equal to, you will get it as, sorry, hot fluid outlet temperature we don't know, Th naught, you will get it as 61.7 degrees Celsius. Okay, once you calculate Th naught, you have to substitute here, you will get delta TLM. Okay, delta TLM, that delta TLM you will get it as, once you calculate Th naught, you substitute here, you calculate the theta 1, theta 2, then you calculate delta TLM. Delta TLM you will get it as, 32.34. 32.34. Once you know this one, you can use this formula. That is Q is equal to UAS into delta TLM. Okay. Here AS is the surface area. We have calculated overall heat transfer coefficient based on the outer surface. Okay. Based on the outer surface, we have here hot fluid is in the outer side. Therefore, we have to calculate overall heat transfer coefficient based on the outer surface. If hot fluid is on the inner side, we have to calculate overall heat transfer coefficient based on the inner side. Okay. When it is heating, because we have to take up for the design purpose, we have to do that. Okay. Now this AS is nothing but pi d. You will get the circumference into L. Therefore, you can write U naught AS is pi into d naught into L into delta T LM. Okay. You know all values here. How to calculate Q? Q can be calculated like this. Q is equal to mass of hot fluid or mass of cold fluid into specific heat of cold fluid Tc naught minus Tci. Using this formula, you can calculate Q. Okay. You have to substitute in this equation. You will get L value. You will get it as L value. Q will get 1428.5. 1428.5. Q will get it as 1428.5. 14248.5. Around this. 14248. Okay. You will get Q. Once you substitute Q here, you will get length as 15.1 mm, 15.1 meter. Okay, this is for a parallel flow heat exchanger. If it is a counter flow heat exchanger, we will discuss that. Again, the procedure will be same. You have to calculate U naught first. Okay, U naught will remain same. But U naught will remain same, it has 325, but what will change is these values. Theta 1 and theta 2 will change. Okay, theta 1 will be for a counter flow heat exchanger. What will be theta 1 for a counter flow heat exchanger? This is counter flow heat exchanger. Counter flow heat exchanger. Theta 1 and theta 2 will be different. Okay, this is TCI, TC naught, THI. Sorry, THI will be here because THI and TCH naught means it is flowing in the opposite direction. Hot fluid is flowing in this direction, cold fluid is flowing in the opposite direction. Hot fluid and cold fluid will be flowing in the opposite direction. Therefore, theta 1 will be equal to THI minus TC naught. Okay. And theta 2 is equal to TH naught minus TCI. Okay. Against TC naught just now we have calculated. We will get theta 1 is equal to 44, theta 2 is equal to 34.7. Theta 1 is equal to, we will get 44, theta 2 is equal to, we will get 39.7, 34.7. Okay, we will get LMTD, delta TLM is equal to theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by ln of theta 1 by theta 2. Okay, we will get delta TLM as 39.2 degrees Celsius. Once you substitute here, Q is equal to UA into delta TLM. Okay, we know AS is equal to Q, we know 142485. Okay, U we know, we have calculated U is equal to 325. AS is nothing but pi D naught into L. Okay, into D naught is this one. Okay, L into 39.2. Okay, D naught is nothing but 0.0286. If you substitute here, you will get L as 12.5 meter. Means if it is a counter flow heat exchanger, then we need less length of the pipe. Means that is more effective. Counter flow heat exchanger is more effective.